Hey, what's going on, y'all? So we found out a little while ago, Denzel Mims went on the COVID-19 reserve list. Uh, we don't really know any details, so we don't know if there's anybody else impacted yet with it as well. I'll shoot you guys an update in the comments if so, or in the description. But it continues a downward spiral this season for what we thought could have potentially been, a breakout season for him, which is really, it's just really tough. We've already had, if we're following the timeline for this season, he catches the stomach bug, during the preseason, sometime during the off season, that impacted that entire off season time that he would have had to kind of work out, continue improving, running his routes, etc. Um, After that, he comes back. He ends up either being a healthy scratch, or um, it's kind of inexplicable. Although we did get some explanations as for why it seemed like certain players were being started above him. Now, if it was truly a talent issue, that would be one thing. But I think we've all seen it from his rookie season, and we had none to go off during the off season. And he is switching over from a new scheme and stuff, so there could be some validity to that. Um, but I mean, overall, it's just kind of tough. There's been a few instances during the regular season so far where on limited snaps he's been able to make huge plays. The last 2 weeks he had a lot more opportunities. I think he was hovering around 80 to 90 snaps during both those times. I think he had about 4 receptions. I think just under 100 yards. He wasn't able to haul in any touchdowns. Biggest memorable moment was definitely the miss. I believe it was in the Indianapolis Colts game. He missed a potential touchdown grab in the back of the end zone. But aside from that, it's either the ball hasn't been coming his way, which we have been spreading around a lot more since Zach Wilson hasn't been in, but we spread it around a lot more. But it still seems kind of like he's not being encompassed well enough within the game plan. Maybe it's a route running thing, as they mentioned. Maybe it's just comfortability with some other receivers. The fact that we're checking down a lot more, or at least kind of operating more short passing game plans to a more effective degree, rather than having to try to take chunk yardage and deep downfield throws like Zach Wilson was doing. But let me know what you guys think about the whole thing. It's kind of tough. We don't know how long he'll end up leaving. I think based on the protocols, if he's vaccinated, he can come back after 2 negative tests, after I think a 3-day period. If he's not, he has to be out for 10 days and I think 2 negative tests at that point. But we'll see who else may have been impacted, if it's just him, how long he might potentially be out further. We're past the trade deadline, so there's nothing else that'll happen there. But it's not looking good shaping up into what will be his junior year coming into the league. Hopefully we see that huge jump that we expected this year, next year, or at least we see significantly more production out of him coming back. But it just kind of puts another roadblock in the way of him showing some kind of success. So, we did get reports coming back around the trade deadline period too, that there were a lot of teams that were still putting out inquiries to us, and we still denied them. So for whatever reason, Joe Douglas definitely has seen something. Maybe the coaching staff isn't, or there's some kind of disconnect there. Hopefully we get that squared away. But I think it looks like we don't know how Corey Davis's injury still is with the hip flexor, so he may be out. But Elijah Moore has been coming on recently. That 2-touchdown, I think 76-yard performance. We'll still have, we'll probably elevate Elijah Moore, Jeff Smith, Jamison Crowder, Keelan Cole, I believe, is coming back. Thank you. So we'll see what else, but I'll get back to you guys again.